So I'll just be checking around. Looks like everything's okay. And I want to leave the lights on. You know, it's a good idea to go out into the quote-unquote real world, although I don't do it very much. You know, like I can't point out my favorite parts of the neighborhood, really. I mean, except the graveyard across the street. Hi. I want to get a large piece of cardboard. I think it's down here. Yeah, right. Oh, here it is. There it is. Yeah. Parfait. Oh, nice. It's a stiff one, too. Great. That's all. They all are either thinking or feeling, you can tell. Where it came from, I don't know, except that I've drawn my whole life. But to be, as it were, driven to do this every day, which I did and am doing, is exciting. And to walk into the room, not going, but loving it, is telling me that this is what I want to do. Largely because of DNA, because my father had most of that DNA. I mean, like one of the things I'll never forget that I loved when I was 6 or 7 years old, or maybe a little older. He'd set up an easel on the second floor of the house. He'd do a kind of rough drawing of a face, and then he'd leave. And I would pass it, and I would add to it. And then he would pass it, and he would add to it. And it became this amazing thing that just changed through the days, you know. He may not always say what he would have you say. And all at once he'll say something wonderful. Foolish things he'll do may hurt and worry you. And all at once he'll do something wonderful. It really is interesting. It is interesting to know that you're closer to leaving than you were before, in a way. I don't dwell on it, but I just know that it's a fact. I don't know. So what, I guess. But you can't. But it would be stupid to say, "Oh, that doesn't matter." Well, it matters a little. We were in Ireland in this. My father, my mother, and I. Yeah, that was a magic trip. It's one of those things where you just are so glad that you took it and that it happened when it did. It was like, it was perfect. About 1990, I think, my father had begun to show signs of Alzheimer's, which I'm told I may also be doing. Plus, my brother had just died in 1989, the year before, which this was a kind of a healing trip, I think, for our family to do. My brother died of AIDS in Los Angeles. So, yeah, it was a kind of an interesting concatenation of things, trips and stuff. But that was, this really was a moment of fruition. This is like, nothing's wrong with this trip. Nothing's wrong with us. You know, we look good. We were, you know. Except my father didn't know where he was. But then I don't know where I am. I've never known where I was. Oh, God. You know, we're not here very long. So Alzheimer's has sort of maybe not oddly been on my mind because I started forgetting words that were, you know, so common and that I ought to have known. Or I couldn't think of names, or I would see a person and I wouldn't be able to say their name and stuff. I thought, oh boy, here it comes. And so I found out where to get this test, which determines whether you have this kind of, see, I'm not remembering the word now, DNA marker or something for Alzheimer's, which apparently those who get it do have. And in fact, it's a fairly reliable way of knowing whether you're at risk or not for it.
For heaven's sake, how long has this been going on?
I mean, we are the arbiters of our own fate. And I mean, I may not have any of these terrible things I think are going to happen. I'm going to live like I live. You know, I'm going to, you know, Number one, nothing can be done about it. I mean, it would be different if they gave me some, you know, great pill or something. There's no pill. I don't think I'm ever going to go to a doctor or a hospital. I don't want to be fixed. I'm more interested right now in being who I am. I'm more interested in this, that this is my response to being alive.